Hello, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new, welcome for the first time. I appreciate you stopping by. This is what we're going to be doing. As you can see, I don't have much to start with, but I did figure out how to do kind of the fluffy-ish brow from nothing. So that's what we're going to be doing. So if you don't have much eyebrows like me, this is the video for you. I'll show you the products really quick and we'll jump through this. This did not take me much time at all. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed and let's jump into the video. Okay, so for products that I'm using, I have the ABH Brow Wax. I think I'm going to use this. This is the Benefit. It's the highlighter little crayon thing. I got this out because I have not put it on yet, but I think I'm going to. The clear ABH Brow Gel. The Benefit, the writing on mine is worn off. I want to say this is shade 5. It's the tinted little brow gel. This is going to give some dimension. And then I have the NYX Brow Tint Pen in Brunette. I am actually going to order a second one, I think in Ash Brown, just because I think using 2 colors is going to give me a little bit more dimension. So again, this did not take much time at all. Let me pull my mirror up here. I'll try and keep it out of frame. And then let's tilt you up so you can see. Okay, and then for the spoolie, this is from the Brow Gal. I do have one from ABH. This happened to be the one in front, and I do have one for Morphe, but any spoolie. I'm not using the brush side. So as you can see, my brows are thin, and I don't over tweeze. I just don't have much. My thyroid is kind of on the edge where it's low-ish, but not low enough to take medication, but that's a thing. Like, you don't have eyebrows or eyelashes when you have thyroid issues. Some of it's hormonal, some of it's hereditary too. I haven't had eyebrows for years if you've been following me for a while. So as you can see, brushing them up naturally doesn't do much. I don't have much to start with. Okay, so we're going to go in with the clear, like the brow wax. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I finally got around to using it. As you can see, I touched it a little bit. You don't need a lot because there's not much to put it in. I have had many of you request brow tutorials before. I apologize I never got around to it, but hopefully this will be helpful. So I just took a tiny little dab and I'm gonna try and brush them up. And I just pull a little bit at a time because I don't want this to be too goopy. So you can see now we've got them kind of stuck up. So I'm just going to kind of move these because obviously we want them to match the other side. Okay. And then in the front, I want them to be up a little bit more like that. Okay. So that is all that I use. Just a tiny little dab. This thing will last me till the end of time. This will probably get gross long before I run out. Okay, so then I went in with the pen. And I got this idea from Angelica Nyquist. She doesn't have a lot of eyebrow like me. She has a smaller face and her brows are thinner. She's got a little bit more than I do, but, and I'm just drawing in here. So I'm just going in and doing strokes. And this is a phenomenal, I can see why people have raved about it. And then in the front, I'm just drawing a few where there aren't any. This makes it really easy to draw hairs. And this is was my first time using it. I've had this sitting on my desk for about a week. And I was scared because change is hard. And it gets tricky down at the tail where I really don't have anything. But again, this makes it pretty easy. And you want to go, I did them all going down. And so now I'm going back and I'm drawing the lines going the other way, because this is going to mimic like actual hairs, because hairs don't all grow out from the same direction, if that makes sense. And I'm just going back and forth, drawing in little lines. Okay, and I just went back and forth doing that until I kind of got to a place that I thought didn't look so sparse. And so now I have an eyebrow, and you could totally leave it like this. Because mine want to go straight, I felt like I needed to go in and do a little bit more. I did both sides and let it kind of hang out for an hour just to see what this and the wax did on its own. So then after about an hour, I decided to go back and see if I could add some dimension. And because this is in a darker shade, this helps me do that, which this is a product I was using before, and I'm just gonna go in, and it didn't mess up the pen. So this was nice. Totally experimenting. So that gave me a little bit of dimension, and I felt like I needed a little bit more hold than what this gave, just because I'm working with very, very little. So again, this is just the clear brow gel, and I combed this through, and this is going to give me the hold. Now they do have the NYX brow glue, but I've seen kind of hit and miss reviews as far as being able to draw on top of it. And obviously I need to be able to draw on top of it because I don't have anything to start with. And then I'm just making sure they look relatively even. Now your eyebrows do not need to look like twins. I'm sure you've heard people say that before. You do want them to look like they're related, but your eyebrows don't need to look identical. So I'm just gonna come in, and I did lay on this side, so I'm gonna come in and touch this up a little bit. Been kind of having a bad pain day. If you're new here and don't know what I'm talking about, I had a hysterectomy. I'm at the 4-week mark, and I did way too much yesterday, so I had kind of a rough day, but there we go. So you will have to let me know what you think, but for somebody that doesn't have eyebrows and is stuck kind of doing the blocky eyebrow, I think this looks pretty good, especially for a first time. So you will definitely need to let me know what you think, how I did, how it looks. And yeah, hopefully this helps, because I know there's a few of you that are like me and struggle with not having eyebrows. So I definitely hope this helps you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Super quick tutorial. Again, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, everybody.